So in this installment of Dry January, we're going to be talking about standpipe systems, and specifically dry standpipe systems. But first, let's talk about what a standpipe system is. A standpipe system is a system of piping and hose connections that's installed in a building to help get water into a building for manual extinguishment, specifically for the fire department. What it is it's a set of piping and hose connections in which water can be provided inside of the building. So usually we're going to have hose connections that are inside of stairwells or near horizontal exits in which the fire department can bring in a pack of hose that they can connect to those hose connections and then use that water inside for manual extinguishment. Some systems will have a fire department connection on the outside in which the fire department can provide water. Some systems will provide their own water to that hose connection. And we're providing these systems at buildings in which it's hard to lay hose all the way inside of the building, or it would take the fire department a lot of time. So usually these are required in high-rise buildings, so in order to get water up really high, or even in warehouses where there's a very large footprint and it take a lot of time to get into the seat of the fire. Now, we're going to look at NFPA 14, which is the standard for the installation of standpipe and hose systems. And we're going to look at the definition here for standpipe systems and talk about the different types of systems that are dry. So we've got what's known as an automatic dry standpipe system. So that's a standpipe system in which the entire piping network is full of compressed air or nitrogen. And whenever you open a hose connection, that's going to cause the valve to trip and fill the entire piping network with water. Now, it's automatic because the system is provided with its own water supply. And then if we go down here, we've got a manual dry standpipe system. Now, a manual dry standpipe system is a standpipe system that doesn't have any water provided to it. It's dry all the time, meaning there's no water inside of it, and the fire department is responsible for connecting up to that fire department connection and providing that water into the standpipe system and then using that. And then finally, we've got a semi-automatic dry standpipe system. That's pretty similar to an automatic dry standpipe system, except the piping network itself isn't under pressure. You don't have to open a hose connection to let the air pressure out to trip the valve. It's some sort of remote means that's going to open up that valve. So whether it be some sort of fire alarm initiating device that might trip that valve, or you have a separate network of piping that's under pressure that you then open, and then that causes water to go into that standpipe system. Now, where you're going to see dry standpipe systems are, again, in places that you can't keep the temperature above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So typically you're going to see these in places like parking garages where they're not going to be conditioned spaces, but you still need that standpipe connection for that fire department. Now, if you're interested in learning more about standpipe system design, I've got the blog here that I wrote going over all the design and calculations and the different types, the different classifications of standpipe systems. So go ahead and check out. I'll link that blog below if you want to learn about the different types of standpipe systems as well. Thank you.